The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Xyrex of the Krath Empire addressed the assembly. His crimson scales gleamed under the artificial lights, and his three eyes fixed upon the human delegation with unconcealed contempt. "You dare bring a child to negotiate the terms of your surrender?" Xyrex's voice resonated through the chamber, drawing derisive clicks and chirps from the assembled alien representatives. Rhea stood between the towering forms of Admiral Chen and Commander Leon, her small frame barely reaching their shoulders. At 13 Earth years, she appeared impossibly young among the battle-hardened warriors and ancient diplomats. Her dark eyes, however, held a gravity that belied her age. Leon placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "Ambassador Xyrex," he said calmly, "Captain Rhea speaks for humanity's defense fleet. I suggest you listen." More laughter erupted. The insectoid Vrex delegation chittered among themselves. The aquatic Delphians bubbled mockingly in their containment suits. Even the normally stoic Archons seemed amused. "The humans have truly fallen," declared Matriarch Zelva of the Vrex Hive. "They send larvae to fight their wars now." Rhea stepped forward, her combat boots clicking against the crystalline floor. She wore the standard human naval uniform, though it had been specially tailored to fit her smaller frame. On her chest, a row of commendations glinted, more than many officers earned in a lifetime. "3 months ago," Rhea began, her voice steady and clear, "the Krath Armada entered the Terran Outer Rim with 200 warships. You declared humanity an inferior species and demanded our unconditional submission." "And we maintain that position," Xyrex interrupted. "Your primitive fleet cannot withstand our might." "2 months ago," Rhea continued, ignoring him, "your forces encountered Battle Group Omega at the Kepler Nebula. You lost 47 ships. I commanded the tactical strike force that destroyed your flagship's propulsion systems." The laughter began to die down. Several delegates leaned forward with renewed interest. Leon watched Rhea with pride. He had trained her himself, recognizing in the young orphan from Earth's devastated colonies a tactical genius that emerged once in a generation. While other children had played games, Rhea had studied stellar warfare, three-dimensional combat maneuvers, and the psychology of a dozen alien species. "Impossible," Xyrex hissed. "Our records show—" "Your records show a coordinated human attack that shouldn't have succeeded," Rhea interrupted. "Your ships are faster, your weapons more powerful, your shields nearly impenetrable, but you think in linear patterns. You expect enemies to behave as you would behave." She activated her wrist-mounted holographic projector. The Battle of Kepler Nebula materialized in miniature above the council floor. The delegates watched in fascination as the human fleet, impossibly outnumbered, executed a series of unconventional maneuvers. "Humans don't fight like you," Rhea explained. "We're unpredictable, reckless. We use our weaknesses as weapons. While your commanders debated the logical response to our feint at the nebula's southern edge, I led 3 squadrons through the radiation storm you deemed impassable. We struck from inside the nebula itself. The hologram showed small human fighters emerging from the roiling cosmic clouds, weaving between massive Krath warships like schools of fish among whales. The precision of their attack was breathtaking. 1 month ago," Rhea continued, "you reinforced your fleet and attacked the Darwin system. You lost 83 ships. I designed the defense network that turned your own kinetic weapons against you using gravitational slingshots around the gas giant." Xyrex's scales had darkened, a sign of distress among his species. You were the architect of the Darwin Gambit?" "I was 12, Rhea said simply. The council chamber was utterly silent now. Even the most skeptical delegates studied the small human with newfound respect. Leon couldn't help but smile. He had witnessed Rhea's genius firsthand, but watching the galaxy's greatest powers realize what humanity had known for months was deeply satisfying. 2 weeks ago, Rhea said, her voice dropping to a quieter tone, you launched your final assault on Earth itself. You brought your entire remaining fleet, 219 warships. You believed that humanity's homeworld would be an easy target. The hologram shifted, showing the battle for Earth. The delegates watched in stunned silence as human forces executed maneuvers that defied conventional military doctrine. Ships that should have been destroyed somehow survived. Attacks that should have failed somehow succeeded. You lost 147 ships in Earth's orbit, Rhea said. And then you did something that surprised us. She paused, letting the weight of those losses settle over the assembly. Fleet Admiral Krath of the Krath Empire transmitted a message on all channels. He said that in 4 centuries of conquest, he had never faced an adversary worthy of honor. He said that humanity's tactical commander had earned the Krath Empire's highest military recognition, the Star of Valor, never before awarded to a non-Krath. Rhea's hand moved to her collar, where an unusual golden medallion hung, an 8-pointed star that seemed to glow with inner light. He awarded it to me, she said quietly, a child. Before his ship was destroyed, Admiral Krath transmitted his tactical database to us. His final words were, "Learn from worthy enemies. They make you stronger." Zyrex stood motionless, his entire body rigid. In Krath culture, such an honor from a fallen admiral was sacred, binding upon all who served the Empire. "And so," Rhea said, meeting Zyrex's eyes, "I come before you not as a child, but as the commander who defeated your greatest fleet. I come not to discuss humanity's surrender, but to offer terms for peace." Leon stepped forward beside her. "Captain Rhea has shown us that humans succeed not because we're stronger or more advanced, but because we refuse to accept limitations. We adapt, we innovate, we fight with everything we have, and we never, ever give up. That," Rhea added, "is humanity's true strength. And if you choose to continue this war, you'll discover that Earth has 1 billion more humans like me. We don't laugh at our children. We listen to them. We don't discard the young. We nurture their potential. And when the galaxy threatens our home, every human becomes a warrior." Ambassador Zyrex's scales slowly shifted to a deep purple, the Krath color of profound respect. He bowed, a gesture no Krath had ever offered a human. "The Krath Empire," he said formally, "accepts your terms, Commander Rhea of Earth. We shall speak of this day across the stars, the day we learned that humanity's greatest weapon is not their ships or their courage, but their refusal to underestimate anyone, no matter how young." As the council erupted in discussion, Leon smiled down at Rhea. "Nicely done, Captain." Rhea allowed herself a small smile. "Leon, do you think they finally understand?" "Oh, they understand," Leon replied. "They understand that humanity doesn't play by their rules. And they understand that laughing at humans, especially young ones, is the fastest way to lose a war." The galaxy would remember this day, the day a child commander taught ancient empires the true meaning of humanity, fuck yeah.